The hallway seemed to stretch on forever, a testament to the endless nature of their work. Another day drew to a close in the accounts department hallway. The stagnant air hung heavy, and still he waited. The door remained closed. In the Department of Accounts, silence was the only company you kept. He knew the moment the light hit the curtains. It was time to trade dreams for deadlines once again. The sigh was involuntary. Every morning, the routine was the same. Button by button, tie by tie, David prepared himself for another day of quiet desperation. The red lights ahead were a cruel joke, promising movement that never arrived. He wondered how long they could all just sit here. Another Tuesday, another stack of papers. David often wondered if the screen knew how tired he was. Every day was the same. The numbers on the screen blurred, but the faces of his children brought everything back into focus, if only for a moment. For 39 years, the world had been predictable. But today, something felt different. Something unexpected. The door is ajar, emphasizing the freedom available. Yet the cage remains empty, awaiting a departure that may never come. The realization hit him not like a sudden shock, but like the slow, quiet sinking of a cage he hadn't known he was in. Trap number 1. Fear of losing security. David watched them play, a quiet moment shadowed by the constant worry of providing for his family.
Look, I finished it. It's so tall.
David had grown accustomed to the quiet hum of the office, but the realization that dawned on him that afternoon would change everything.
Trap number 2. Low self-worth.
The list of requirements grew longer, and David felt himself shrinking with every swipe. Would he ever be enough? Who am I kidding? I can't do this. I'm just treading water, waiting to drown. Quiet resignation had been his companion for years. Yet, in the subtle clenching of his fists, he found the strength to finally push back. Enough. This is not how the story ends. Not today.
Trap number 3. Waiting for the perfect time.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. A step, for instance, away from the couch and towards the nearest running shoes. Another season passed in the blink of an eye. The papers stacked up, the light shifted, but he remained rooted to the spot, a monument to quiet resignation. He wanted to start, truly he did. But the inertia held him captive, tracing the same circles of doubt again and again. For 39 years, David had merely existed in the shadows of the city. But tonight, something shifted.
Trap number 4. The environment trap.
The pattern was comforting to them, perhaps, but to David, it felt more like a wall closing in.
We stand on the shoulders of giants. Their struggles shaped our world. Their dreams became our inheritance. David listened patiently as his friends vented.
I don't know how they expect us to manage with the budget cuts.
The cost of living is just impossible lately.
He connected the dots between his upbringing, his friend's mindset, and his current limiting beliefs. It was a subtle shift, almost imperceptible. But in that moment, David realized he no longer belonged in their story. His own began now.
Trap #5. Short-term survival thinking.
While the office can be overwhelming, David discovered a calmer path forward with online courses. It began with a few clicks and late nights. Soon, the resignation faded, replaced by the quiet hope of something new. The quiet resignation lifted, replaced by a clarity he hadn't felt in years. He saw a path forward, a future he could finally influence. The view outside hadn't changed, but David had. He finally saw the possibilities beyond the mundane.
The brain, in its wisdom, often chooses the path of least resistance, favoring the familiar over the unknown.
Here he stood, paralyzed by the weight of a decision that felt too big for one man. The crossroads beckoned, but fear held him firmly in place. 39 years of ingrained habits weren't easily broken. As the tears welled, David wondered if he was strong enough to change.
How are we supposed to pay these, David? You said the bonus was coming.
I know, I'm trying. It's just delayed.
Every day felt the same for David, drained, defeated, and drowning in the routine. But somewhere, a little hope remained. Two paths diverged. One led to quiet resignation, the other to a life fully realized. Which would you choose?
David used to dread Mondays, but since the change, he's found a new lease on life. I'm telling you, this new system has completely changed. He finally understood that these moments, right here, were everything.
He had lived in the shadow of his grief long enough. With this final tear, he found the resolve to move forward. He had carried the weight for so long, he almost forgot what it felt like to let it go. But the morning brought a new perspective.
The journey ahead is long, but filled with wonder.
The future wasn't just bright, it was waiting for him to reach out and claim it.